Welcome back to the WCG for this limited overs day-night fixture between Brennan's 11 and Rabi's 11. Brennan's 11 headed into the drinks break well on top, picking up three key Rabi's 11's wickets late in that session as the men in red limped to 5 for 48 after 12 overs and are up against it as we enter the back end of the innings. So it will be Ryan Shafer, the next man to the crease for Rabi's 11. Showed plenty of promise with the bat in the Test series and throughout the Australia Day T20 Big Bash. Can he perform for his side once again? So it'll be Josh bowling to bowl around the wicket to Ryan Shafer for his first delivery. As he's in now, it's a good length delivery. And Shafer is back and across and defends on the leg side. Was used down the order quite regularly for Rabi's 11 in that Test series. And he's got another rescue mission on his hands here. His bowling will continue to Shafer, and this one's another good length delivery. It's a well-flighted delivery. Shafer lets this one go outside the off stump. It's hard to know what a good score will be on this wicket, particularly with the firepower that Rabi's 11's bowling attack possesses. His bowling is in again to Shafer. This one's a shorter delivery and played to Tom Doy on the leg side. So we didn't have a limited overs match in last year's season. You have to go back to season 1 when the last limited overs match was played under lights. And to be fair, the pitch was nowhere near as good as what it is now. It'll be interesting to see how the chasing side responds. Bowling will bowl again here to Shafer, and Shafer just prods that on the offside and is off the mark with a single. 5 for 49. Gavin Merrifield will bowl the 14th over of the innings. As he's in now to Shafer, it's a good length delivery, and Shafer just drops that on the offside and will move through for another single. So that brings up the 50 for Rabi's 11 in the 14th over. Just the right man for Rabi's 11 to be in this situation. Has plenty of power with the stick, but also has the ability to drop and run at will. Play sensibly when required. I will argue that time has come right now. As Merrifield will continue to Shafer over the wicket. This one's a full delivery. He's going to take a middle basher on once again. And this one's a bit tighter. But he gets there in the end pretty comfortably, you'd have to say. Yeah, he's well in. And adds another one to the total. Merrifield to continue to Shafer in the 14th over. As he's in now, it's a good length delivery. And Shafer just defends on the offside and will move through for another single. Well, this is impressive stuff here from Shafer. Just delicately drops this at his feet with nice soft hands. Moves through for another single. It'll be Daniel Hancock to bowl the 15th over of the innings. He's in now to Shafer and serves up a juicy full toss, which Shafer hammers down the ground for 4. A loosener there from Hancock, which is dispatched. Hancock to continue around the wicket to Shafer. In now, it's a good length delivery, and Shafer just plays this on the leg side towards the fence and will move through for yet another single. Yeah, this is a huge period of the match. If Shafer gets away from Brennan's 11 here, he can put the runs on very quickly and push them up towards that 100 mark. So the men in blue will be very keen to see the back of Shafer as Hancock will continue to him now. It's another full toss. This one's played on the leg side. It'll be another single. Hasn't been called a no ball, and yeah, Shafer's signalling there. He's probably got away with one there, the youngster. Shafer has moved along to 10 with 6 singles in his innings so far. Hancock will continue to him now around the wicket. This one's a short delivery and it's hammered on the leg side. Shafer has moved along to 14 and is looking quite ominous indeed. 5 for 65. As Tom Doyle bowled the 16th over of the innings. He's in now to Shafer, and Shafer opens the blade and plays that brilliantly on the offside for another boundary. Brilliant bit of placement there from Shafer. Moves along to 20. Doy under a bit of pressure early in the over as he'll continue to Shafer. He dropped this one short and he's under even more pressure now because this one's gone for 6. Shafer races along to 26. Rabi's 11, 5 for 75 as Doy will continue to Shafer. And this one is a full toss and it's hammered through mid-wicket for another boundary. Shafer is on fire at the WCG, races to 30. Been an expensive over so far from Doy as he'll come in again to Shafer, and he's dropped this one short once again, and this one is blasted through mid-wicket for yet another boundary. Shafer moves to 34 and now has the highest individual score in this fixture. So a record-breaking moment there for Shafer. Doyle will come in for the final ball of his over. It's a floated delivery, but would you believe it? He's hammered this over the fence and Shafer's whirlwind innings comes to an end. Rabi's 11, 6 for 83 after 16. So it'll be Rabi or Basher, the red skipper, to make his way to the crease. He's got plenty of time left in the innings. Can he get his side up towards that magical 100 mark? He'll have his work cut out for him early on. And he's got to contend with Matt White, who will come steaming in for the 17th over. And he's in now and he serves up a full toss. Elbasha just defends that back down the pitch. So that was an impressive innings there from Shafer. A record innings in this fixture, as it turns out, which has got Rabi's 11 back on track. Here is White, will continue to Elbasha, and this one slides down the leg side and will be called a wide. Elbasha's last innings at the WCG was that famous grand final in the Australia Day T20 Big Bash. He just couldn't get his side over the line. I wonder how much of that still haunts him. As White will continue to him now, and it's a good solid defence there from Elbasha. It just drops that on the offside to his brother. Oh, and he's just knocked the bails off the wickets there with his trailing bat. But lucky for him, he's well completed his stroke, and the ball is well and truly dead. So the Blues skipper ordering his men to get around the bat here. He senses a big opportunity as White will come into Elbasha now, and it's a good short delivery, which might have actually caught the glove here. But Elbasha survives, and that's the end of the over. It's brother v brother. It's a mid-ball bowl to Rabi over the wicket. In now, it's a good length delivery, and that one beats Elbasha outside the off stump. Bit of a nothing stroke there from the red skipper. It was neither forward or back. The mid to continue to his brother in the 18th over. As he's in now, this one's a bit of a shorter delivery, and Rabi Elbasha hammers this down the ground for a boundary. Picked up the length of this one early and hammered it past his opposition skipper. Gavin Merrifield to bowl the 19th over of the innings. In now to Elbasha, it's a good length delivery, and Elbasha just plays that on the offside and will move through for a single. So Rabi's 11 are inching up towards that 100 mark. 6 for 93 in the 19th over. As far as records go, this is the highest team total at the WCG in this fixture. So records are tumbling in just the third limited overs match we've played at the WCG. As Merrifield will continue over the wicket here to Elbasha, and there's a massive appeal. Has he got a glove down the leg side? They are convinced here, the men in blue, but it's been given not out. Yeah, this will be an interesting one. Nah, it looks like it's just off the hip. Looks a good decision. It'll be Josh bowling in for the 20th over of the innings. And he's in now to Elbasha. Oh, and he's beaten him with an absolute beauty. That's just about the perfect off break there from bowling. Ducks in and then spins away. Bowling to continue to Elbasha around the wicket. As he's in now and he's dragged this one down, but Elbasha can't beat Scott there at mid-on, and that's an opportunity missed. So 5 overs left after this one, where Elbasha will have to take the power play, so perhaps he's got one eye on that. His bowling will continue to him again, as he serves up a full toss and he's hammered it down the ground for another boundary. This was hit hard, but it looks a tame effort to field it from Scott. Yeah, it was. So it'll be Mark Pasterfield to bowl the first over of this power play. As he's in now to Elbasha, and he serves up a full toss, and the first delivery of the power play goes for 6. Rabi's 11 cracked the 100 mark, 6 for 104. So Pasterfield under pressure in this power play, as he'll continue to Elbasha. It's another full toss, and Elbasha hammers this through mid-wicket for another boundary. It has all fallen apart for Brendan's 11 after drinks. Rabi's 11 march on. Skipper v skipper for the 22nd over of the innings. As he's in now, and it's a good length delivery, and this one beats Elbasha outside the off stump. That's a beautiful delivery which has beaten the captain all ends up. 6 for 109 in the 22nd over. As Scott will continue to his opposition skipper, and he beats him outside the off stump once again. So 2 dot balls to begin the over here from Scott, but it's the skipper's wicket that they crave. It was raced along to 21, his highest score in this fixture. Scott will come in over the wicket once again. It's a good Yorker, but Elbasha is up to the task and keeps that one out. And he gets an applause from the dugout. Rabi's 11 know if they can just see this Scott over out, they'll fancy themselves in the final overs. So Scott will continue again here to Elbasha, and Elbasha gets across and defends well as he lets this one hit his body. So regardless of how many more Rabi's 11 get, Brendan's 11 are going to have a run chase on their hands under lights here at the WCG tonight. Scott will come in once again to Elbasha, and he rolls the fingers over this one, but it's a bit of a nothing delivery, and Elbasha just defends that on the leg side. So just the one delivery remaining in the over for Elbasha to negotiate. 3 overs remaining after this one. Scott is in now to Elbasha. It's a short delivery, and this one strikes El Basher on the shoulder. Perhaps that's a moral victory there from Scott. El Basher is still standing. It'll be Daniel Hancock to bowl over number 23. And he's in now to El Basher, and it's a good length delivery outside the off stump. And El Basher leaves it alone. 7 consecutive dot balls here for Brennan's 11. Have they built up enough pressure to force Ruby's 11 skipper into a rash shot? As Daniel Hancock will continue around the wicket here to the red skipper. In now, it's a full delivery, and El Basher just plays that on the leg side onto the fence and moves through for a single. So El Basher just taking a glimpse at the scoreboard there, which reads 6 for 110 with 16 deliveries left in the innings. So a runner ball from here gets him up towards 130, which will be a very difficult task for Brennan's 11. So Rabi's 11 are on the front foot here. As Hancock will continue to El Basher around the wicket. It's in now and hits him on the body, and he'll scamper through for a leg bye. So what a turnaround this has been for Rabi's 11 after the drinks break. They've added 63 runs for the loss of just 1 wicket, and have turned this match on its head and have put themselves in a very favourable position indeed. That'll be Hancock to continue to El Basher around the wicket, and this one's a short delivery, and it cops the treatment. El Basher hammers this through mid-wicket for 6, and it's moved along to 28. So 2 overs remaining in the innings, as Tom Doyle will bowl over number 24. As he's in now, it's a good length delivery, but El Basher can't beat Matt White there at mid-on. So a precious dot ball there to begin the 24th over. Tom Doyle will continue to El Basher. In now, and this one just misses the off stump. It's a bit of a nothing shot this time from El Basher, who survives by the skin of his teeth. So back-to-back dots to begin the over for Doy. So he'll continue to El Basher. This one's a shorter delivery. Oh, but he's just looped it up to Matt White, who takes a simple catch there at mid-on. And El Basher's innings comes to an end. Gone for 28, 7 for 118. So it'll be Robert Leonard to make his way to the crease, the final batsman in for Rabi's 11. Wasn't picked up by a franchise in this year's Australia Day Big Bash. Has 9 deliveries left to leave his stamp on this innings. So it'll be Tom Doyle looking for his 3rd wicket of the innings to bowl to Robert Leonard. In now, and it's a good length delivery, and Leonard lets this go outside the off stump. This has been a pretty good comeback here from Tom Doyle, who has gone for a bit of tap in his opening 2 overs. As he'll continue to Leonard in the penultimate over. In now to full toss. Oh, but he's hit it straight to Scott, who takes a simple catch there at cover. And that will bring the innings to an end. Brennan's 11 need 119 to win this fixture. So Rabi's 11 have been bowled out for 118 in the 24th over. Thanks largely to a spirited fight back after the drinks break. Thanks firstly to Ryan Shafer, who made 34. And secondly to the Rabi's 11 skipper, who was dismissed moments ago for 28. A brilliant fight back from those two has their side in a pretty handy position as we go into the innings break. Brennan's 11 had to toil hard with the ball in this later session. Tom Doyle, who caught plenty of tap in his opening overs, finishing the pick of the bowlers with 3 for 32. Scott finishing with 2 for 5 of his 3 overs, which included 2 maidens. And Hamid El Basher, 2 for 19 off his 3 overs, and bowled without luck for most of that innings. So Brennan's 11 will require 119 under lights here at the WCG to win this limited overs fixture. Now we'll have to do that at a tick under 5 runs and over. A big run chase coming up at the WCG when we return.